You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Well, powered up, me hit this your boy Al Mega coming at you with yet another epic episode of the Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we've got a return guest who's funnier than a squirrel on espresso. The international comedy sensation and comic book maestro. This guy has toured more countries than a postage stamp and has more jokes than a clown convention. He's here to tickle your funny bone and tell about his later comic creation that's hotter than a jalapeno in July. You know, so you gotta grab your capes and your sense of humor and let's dive into the comedic genius, the comic book genius, the big boss, the indie boss, the one, the only returning guest. Deece Casillas, baby, how you doing?
What's good, yo? How you doing?
I'm doing well, but I hope that intro was okay. You know, since you're a comedian, I was trying to find.
That's good.
lanes.
Is that a tall can of like Molson Ice you're drinking? Is that what
He
that
said
is?
Molson. He said.
What are you
Goddamn.
drinking there, Al?
You're aging me even more, you motherfucker. Right now, you know what I mean? Show's over. No. There's some natty ice.
Natty Ice. All right, that's what it is. All right, I knew it was. I saw ice on there somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. But
You know what? I forgive you because even though you were in the LA hat, I'm a Yankee fan. At least we got one more than the Mets.
that's right. That's right. It was a good season, but
You know that. Yeah. So yeah, my brother, what you been up to since the last time it came out? Well, talk to me about what has been going on in the Casillas versus since fucking Kill Stand number
yeah,
one.
man. I've been just doing the comedy, getting back out there, getting back on the comedy game, and
Oh, where?
get
Well, talk to me. What does it feel like right now? Like how long has it been since you stepped back and stepping back? You know.
Well, I mean, I'm still doing sets like every week somewhere. But after I released the comic book, I kind of went out, did some more shows again for a while. Hit some shows on the East Coast, did some stuff in the Northwest, and then came back and nose to the grindstone, working on number 2 again. And that's what I've been doing, man. Mainly, I'm trying to like put my my best foot forward with the comic book. My goal when I launched it in November with number 1 was to dedicate like at least 6 months of really, really pushing this thing as hard as I can. And basically almost not doing just this. I'm still doing some comedy, but mainly just trying to make the comic book happen.
When you're talking about the comic books, tell me how's that ride been then from Kill Stand number 1 to Kill Stand number 2? Has it been smooth sailing, or are we talking a full-on circus of chaos?
I revel in a little bit of chaos, but it's actually honestly like it's been better than I ever could have imagined. Like I'm in multiple stores. I have stores selling out of it.
Hey, yeah, what? Wait,
yeah.
How do you get in the stores? Talk to me. Listen, now that Diamond is announced, like, yo,
Man.
they fucked a lot of. I'm sorry, not that they fucked, but again, it's a restructuring. They're not out of business, folks, but again, while they restructure, obviously there's going to be a time lapse, and it does affect a lot of independent publishers. It's a lot harder than it would affect it too. So, talk about that. Like, how do you learn to navigate and make sure that your stuff is in stores?
So I mean I'm not at the point where Diamond's distributing me. I'm distributing straight to comic book shops. So I'm boots on the ground. I'm going into shops. I'm calling shops, and I'll send them a PDF if it's over the phone, or if it's in person, I'll bring copies in, and most shops end up picking some up. They buy a few copies. I've had some, like I said, that have sold out. This one shop here in Texas has sold out like 4 times, and I have to keep bringing them new copies.
Nice.
I brought them variant copies. They sold out of those in 5 days. I mean,
how does that feel?
Yeah,
it's been the creator in your hometown selling out of your book like this is popping, baby.
I mean, it's been a great feeling. So I'm doing conventions, local shows, bigger shows across the country, and like
So,
I mean, I don't have a metric to compare it to because I don't know what other people, independent creators, sell in a day at these things. But I mean, I'm selling 30, 50 books in a weekend, which is like I feel like that's a good weekend for me. Um,
fuck yeah, bro.
so
It is a good weekend. I mean, does it get your table money back, or you kind of get it, comped? What's going
Oh,
on here?
I'm still making money. I mean, because like I'm doing these shows where the table is, between for a weekend between 150 and 250 bucks. So,
Oh, that's good pricing for a weekend,
yeah,
bro.
I'm selling books for $10 to $15 a pop. So
Best.
it's yeah, I mean, I'm in the black, baby. It's nice. I really it's a situation where, I start talking to these creators and they're giving me their woes about the money and it's this, it's that. I'm like, man, I'm just hustling. I'm hustling and
I know the taste, baby. Again, even though you wear an LA hat, I'll give you some love because you are a hustler. But we gotta talk about it here. Well, everybody gotta know since the last time you were here many moons ago talking about that last book, and now right here we need to know what are the new flavors that you're cooking up for Kill Stand 2. Like, give me some of the juicy details. No spoilers, of course. But maybe
well,
some tease. I got a trailer too, folks. I'm gonna show. And then we got the where you can sign up and all. But I'll give you that in a minute. We gotta let my man talk over here because this is about it.
if you
So
read if you read Kill Stand #1, it ended with a pretty dramatic cliffhanger. The main character has a gun to his head, and as we pan out, we hear a boom. So where he ends up after that, it's hard to say. We got to look at number two. I don't want to give too much away. You got to get to number 2 and find out. But the adventure was just starting on Stan and what where he's going to go. And for those of you that either read it or have heard about it or looked into it, on the surface, this is a kind of a high octane neo-noir thriller, but really this is a very personal character piece about the main character in his personal journey of loss and trauma, and really like the crazy things we do and we feel like we have nothing left to live for. That's the real story we're talking about here. So you're going to get some action and there's some other things that make it seem like a vigilante story. But, as you start reading, you're going to realize, oh, no, you're trapped. You're trapped in a book with this guy and his mental illness and what he's dealing with in his head. That's the real story. So, yeah.
well, all right. Yeah, listen, this is what I need you to be right here, right now. I need you to be very real with me.
Yeah.
You ready? Be as real with me as you can. What lessons have smacked you upside the head? Bang! After this Kickstarter you did, anything make you go like, well, I'll never do that again.
Order more books.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh,
the
whoa! Wait a minute. Wait back, because you made it. All right. So talk about that. What made you feel you under order? What happened? What was your thought process? So people could know here, like especially these youngins out there trying to put books out in projects. Like where was your mind at? So where was
well,
your mind at initially? And with that statement, what made you say that? Like, okay, I fucked up.
So because I quickly had to reorder, so that's why I feel like I fucked up.
Really?
Because I mean, so I actually ordered books before I even launched my first Kickstarter. So I had a couple hundred books on order before the first Kickstarter launched. The Kickstarter did great. Did very, very well. And then I hit the ground running with conventions and was selling books like crazy. I mean, like, again, 20, 30 books in a day.
Right.
So that goes fast when you only have a couple hundred books, and so I just had to quickly reorder. And I wish I would have ordered all at once. You get a little bigger discount. You don't have to pay shipping twice, and shipping on a couple hundred books that's $100 right there. You can spend towards of just of books. So it's not a huge loss, but it did eat up some the ability to have more. And the thing is, like I'm always going to sell them. So I might as well have them. I'm not going to have thousands sitting around my house. I'm not trying to warehouse my book, but order enough to where you can um, plan to sell through them. Otherwise, I'm gonna be real honest. Like I said, the Kickstarter went gangbusters. The launch went good. Getting it into stores went good. Conventions have been going great. Like, I really have not seen a hiccup yet. That, knock on wood, something's coming. But like, it's been great all around.
Love it.
But I really set up like I set up a marketing plan initially. I knew how I wanted to get it out there. I knew how I wanted to promote it. I knew I was going to go to conventions and invest in that, and was just going to invest in selling the book, because if
Do
you
you
can
think that has been an important piece of how well received your book has been?
yeah, I mean, yes, that's a part of it. Is like, you have to invest in getting it out there, because, if you're not going to go to conventions, then, or if you don't want to break even or potentially lose money on a convention, that you're not going to sell your book, man. You gotta take that risk. But
So, how do you feel about a creator that, like, for example, that makes a statement such as, "Well, they're not comping me a table, so I'm not gonna go."
man, that's a choice, I guess. But I can't tell anyone how to sell their book, but I think you're leaving money on the table 100%. Like,
A
listen,
hundred. I agree with you right there.
because like, what's a table, even at a big convention? I mean, not like SDCC or something, but like most of the conventions, what, 350, even something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
for real. And a lot of tables are cheap, and again, if you know someone that's really well that support indies, sometimes if it's your first show, you're telling your story, they'll give you a good deal, even better deal, so you could like have a first show, good experience. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you got to speak up, but don't ask for no free shit. It takes even the show owner some money, so it takes a village, baby.
Well, and I think people, especially comic book creators, uh, if you take your stereotypical comic book guy, they're like kind of antisocial. They're not real great with. They're not great with people. They don't have a lot of social skills, right?
Not all of us, yeah, not
Not,
all of us. I
not,
am though. I'm from fucking New York, baby, and you look at you too, bro. Yeah, I mean, look,
yeah.
we're the Wepa group.
you got you got to have that, because my thing is, like, I watch other creators at these conventions and they're sitting back at their booth all day reading or drawing, waiting for people to come up. I mean, I'm
They give me some,
standing
man.
from the time the doors open till the time the doors close. I'm standing up behind my booth. I'm
High
talking to
fucking
people,
five, bro.
and I'm going, and like, yeah, the thing is too, like, I'm not just trying to sell them my book. I'm trying to sell them on me and why I love this book and why it's important to me. And when they hear that story, they're like, oh shit, okay. Like, you love this book. You really believe in it. Like, that's a cool idea. Okay. And then they get behind it, because people want to support real, and they want to feel like it's a genuine connection. And if they get that, I mean, I've sold old ladies on books that don't, they don't read comic books, none of that. But because I explained to them what it meant to me and how important it was and what the story was, they're like, oh, I'm gonna support you.
Oh, ladies, where you going? You going to like old folks' homes and selling books there?
Yeah, just Denny's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Moves over my hammy, baby, and kills
I
somebody.
love it. My man, listen, when he says he's guerrilla marketing, he ain't playing, but I love this shit. So, talk to me. What's in the sequel that are gonna make fans go, "Whoa! I didn't see that coming"? Can you drop me a hint a little
well,
time?
well, you're gonna find out what happened to Stan after he was tried to kill himself at the end of #1 after he pulled that trigger. We heard the boom, so you find out what happened to him. And how that ties into the rest of this adventure, the rest of the way this expands. I think you're going to get deeper into his mind, why he's at the place he's at, why he wants to end his own life, and what that means for the people around him in his city.
So let me ask you here, brother. Has your writing process leveled up with Kill Stand 2? Or are you still winging it with a coffee in one hand and panic in the
So
other?
this series I wrote the whole thing before I even published #1. So I had all 10 issues written out done. So I was like, it's like as I'm going back and sending them to the artist, I'm tightening it up a little still. I'll be like, oh, let's do this to this. But for the most part, it's been done for like a year, you
Bet,
know.
bet, bet, bet.
And I wanted it to just be like ready to go because I wanted the story to be tight. I wanted it to be explosive. I wanted to have the dramatic ups and downs, and I wanted to fully connect. I wanted to be able to look at everything complete and as a reader and see the continuity, see the spots, the way it moves, make sure I'm giving each character enough time and their relationships are developing properly, you know? So I really put a lot of care into making sure that it's what I wanted it to be.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I need you to spill some tea, bro. That cafe. You know what I mean? Any behind the scenes chaos, wow stories or moments that you thought, "Yep, I'm doomed." We love that stuff. Come on,
Yeah, man, this is another scenario of like um how when I talk to other creators, there's such a dichotomy here. But I have been very fortunate that everything has gone so well and it's
bro.
gone so much better than I could have imagined. And part of that is just people are responding to the book. But again, I fully believed in it. I supported it financially, spiritually, physically, going out there and just promoted it. I mean, again, I'm walking into shops and being like, "Hey, this book's selling out other places. You want to get it on your shelves," and they're looking at it. The quality's good. The paper's good. It's better than most comic books on the rack right now. The quality. Everyone's like, "Oh, the quality's
I'm
nice." Yeah,
sure. I'm
they'll say that.
sure. I
And
mean, especially
so,
big suit shit. I mean, with the exception of maybe the absolute line, with those changes they've been doing, that there's been some fun stuff to read,
yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of comics can't get it fun to read again. But let me ask you here, talking about fun, right? There's something about you. You have comedy in your DNA, baby. It is. You are
That's
the Spencer of comics, right? Apparently. So how's that shaped your comic book style? Like, especially now, as you continue to write the series that is still stand.
Yeah, it's I think the way it benefits is me is so people have asked me that a lot. Like, is your comic book a comedy? Is there comedy in it? And I wouldn't say there's comedy. It's not a comedy. There's humor in it. There's moments of like levity, and there's moments of being able to
Oh, I love
inject absurdity into tense situations because that's like the best comedy is like when you're making comedy, it's like blowing up a balloon and not knowing when it's going to pop, right? So I like building tension and then having because the character Stan has a lot of cynicism and nihilism, so bringing that dark humor to the book has been nice. So I enjoy writing dialogue a lot. So I've it's been there's definitely some good humorous moments of dark humor and levity in there for sure.
Yeah, man, I am trying to get over to the screen that I want to share because I'm using a browser that I normally don't share. Okay, so all right, so I guess I have to move it over. Hold on, so let me move it over here and do this because again, folks, my man over here, he ain't fucking around. He just released a and I still don't want to do this. You mother effer. All right, so I'll do this and present. It only wants to do one screen at a time. This is why I don't. Platform drives me crazy. Where are we? Kill stand number two. Yeah, there we go. All right, folks, please bear with me.
Make it happen. Don't worry, we're gonna get there.
We'll get there. Listen, folks, we will get. I promise you, we will get there. It's not my fault. Yeah, I'm just using a different browser that apparently doesn't make it very easy to share a fucking screen. Well, thank you for them not allowing me to share the screen so easy. Right? Apparently, where we at? Listen, I want this one. Kill stand. It's a black screen. It says kill stand 2. And right, YouTube kill stand 2. All right. So I'm gonna try select it yet again. 'Cause- no, that's Kickstarter. YouTube. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Oh shit. Folks, Almega's not that old. I guess I figured it out. And check this out. This is my big homie's fucking trailer right here. Kill stand. Do
You
you
got
hear it?
you got sound?
No
I don't
sound?
I don't hear any sound.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, you got to have that sound on that bad boy. That's what makes this thing. I
Actually, I hear it on my end, but yeah, I hear
Oh,
what you're
that's okay.
saying.
If you can hear it, if I don't hear it on my end, but we'll
No, 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 but no, no, no. You need to hear it. Everybody needs to hear it. It's because I have it on my own speaker. Folks, I wish somebody would just comment on me heard it. It'd be so kind. You guys don't want to be kind right now. So let me just go back, right? Remove that real quick. Because I got to make sure that we have sound, right? Because again, I'm using a different browser, and unfortunately, it's not as easy, I guess, for me to present shit on this mother effer. Kind of fucking sucks. Uh, uh, Google just it has become quite an asshole, if you will, when it comes to sharing content. You know,
yeah.
I don't know why, but this is what they do, and that's what it is. So, I mean, the YouTube trailer. Uh, I don't want to mute, allow, everything's allowed. Yeah, so you should have heard. You can't hear it, really?
No, I don't know.
Well, I'm adding it now. Are you serious? You can't hear this, man? It's kind of sad, bro. You
Oh,
can't
I hear
hear
it
that?
now. I hear it now. Okay, yeah, let's start it over. We'll let people play. Yeah, try it again. I can hear it now. Yeah, get that bad boy.
Oof. Oof.
All right.
Where, what, bro, what's popping here? Oh my God, that music is intense. What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on, bro? You getting me stressed.
That
You
was
got
the
me
point.
fucking stressed, bro.
I spent hours just picking out the music for that thing.
Bro, good fucking job. Holy effing shit. Talk to me, brother. For real, like, just with that trailer alone, I know you don't want to tease too much because, again, I know you locked us off on a really fucking crazy ass cliffhanger. But now that this baby is gonna be popping off, look at it right there, folks. Look how beautiful that baby is right there. You know, talk to us about that kill stand. Tell us why people need to invest in this story. Like, if I was in an elevator with you, my brother, and I said, "Yo, talk to me about kill stand number 2, and why I should give you right now a couple of bucks and make sure this shit happens." Talk to me. Give me
So,
the pitch,
I mean,
baby.
this Kill Stand is a book that everyone will relate to. It is something that it's about personal loss and personal trauma, right? And we've all had that in some way, shape, or form, and it manifests in different ways. We push it to an extreme with Kill Stand. Obviously, he's using it to as a vigilante anger as a vigilante to end his own life. So, you know, we don't take it that extreme, but obviously we dream about doing crazy things. So this is your avatar to see what that would manifest as, what that would look like, and to understand that, we all go through feeling like we want to lose it. And this is an example of what it would look like if you actually let it all go and didn't care.
This is a book. Kill Stan. Don't give a fuck. Let it all go and see what happens with life. Oh my god, bro! Like again, for those that missed out on the first interview, and how dare they? Like really, what inspired this? Like where does the story come from? If you want to repeat that story, like does it come from deep within? What's going on? This kind of biographical. What's going on? Were you a gangster like this, bro?
So
You
this,
popping off cats in the hood, bro? What's going on?
I mean, life was crazy. I've done a couple stints in my day. So this, but no, this was more brought on because right before I started writing it, my best friend, another comedian, he killed himself, and then COVID happened. And COVID was crazy, right? Like, I don't care how you feel about it politically or whatever, but COVID was crazy a lot, and it really ruined a lot of people, spiritually, financially.
COVID killed my marriage, motherfuckers.
There you go. So I mean, shit, it really did. I mean, people are still recovering. I don't even think they realize that they still have this trauma from that time of what it did to people, right? And I think this was just me trying to say, like, man, everyone has reasons to feel bad and to feel crazy and to feel like they are at the end of their rope. It doesn't have to be some big thing like, you're not Bruce. It doesn't feel like Bruce Wayne, like you watch your parents get shot in front of you. It could just be life, man. The general malaise of life and trying to survive is enough to drive people crazy. And this is what happens when, your average person just dives headfirst into that crazy and lets it overtake them.
So what's popping here, man? With Kickstarter #2, when we thinking of making this baby live? Because folks, now again, let me share this link once again. It's right there around the bottom. It's also in the show notes. Like, yo, when you making this baby live, man, everybody waiting, man. It's launching soon, man. Stop teasing us, bro. ¿Qué está pasando?
It's going up live this Monday, February 3rd. So a week from today.
Shit,
yeah, gonna go live.
So what are the plans, man? Are you gonna do anything special for the early birds that support the project? Can you tease us on anything that you're gonna be doing, ahead of the launch?
So there's nothing ahead of the launch. I got a couple ideas I might do before, if I can pull off before the end of the week. It's just going to depend on time. But there is a special reward tier in there where we do a limited, only 25 print run of a certain cover. We did that for the last one, and those sold out. So, get those fast. It's a 3-pack. You get all 3 covers, and one of them is exclusive, limited to 25 just for the backers of the Kickstarter. So, yeah, you can get a limited edition cover. We don't print anymore after that, so it's just that, and then no more. So if you can get in on that,
no más.
That's
no
right.
más, like Duran, no más, bro.
So that's the big one. But there's a couple other things I'm thinking about trying to do before, but we'll see if I can pull it off. I don't know. Time is a bitch,
But time is always the best, but it's all good. We here, baby. We do what we do. We're kicking ass. We living, bro. And right? And talking about kicking ass, you're doing that shit with motherfucking Kickstarter, baby. You know what I mean? You're murdering it. So, all right. So, what's next on the agenda after Kickstarter #2? Is it more mayhem? Are you going on a travel vacation? Or are you secretly plotting to do something even more wilder?
Man, my focus right now is this book. So as soon as this book launches and I get all the pages for #1 done
on Monday,
or #2, all the pages for #2, when this book is off to the printer, we're immediately starting on #3.
My
So
man don't fucking play. So is the book like ready now? Once this book's like funds, it's ready to go out.
so number two is probably about 60% done right now. So
Beautiful. Okay.
yeah, so most of the way. So by the time this Kickstarter ends, the book will be ready to send to the printer.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
that's what
Beautiful.
I timed it that way. So we would have basically it would be as soon as this Kickstarter is done, we're off to the printer and we're starting on number three.
So do you think that by waiting that way, you might have a more realistic number? Are you gonna overorder? Like, is that part of the lessons you learned? Like what's going on?
Part of it was just streamlining the workflow process because last time, yeah, it was kind of an unknown of like I ordered books not enough ahead of time. We did the Kickstarter ended. Then I got the books, I started selling them. A month later, you get the funds for the Kickstarter. And then I'm selling books. I order some more, and then we start on number two. So we start on number two real late. After, I mean, probably 2 months after the 3 months after the Kickstarter ended. Now I want to immediately just go right into the next book, and I want to time these Kickstarters to end. So we're getting the last pages as the last few days of the Kickstarter are ending. So that means we can just boom right to the printer as soon as we're done. I'll be able to have a better gauge of what I want to order, and just yeah, for that first run and have it ready to rock.
Beautiful. Now, bro, there's two questions before we go. But this one is gonna be on your geeky side, because motherfucker. Oh my god, I see a bunch of boxes behind you. Holy shit.
It
Now,
keeps going.
oh, yo, God, holy, yo, bro, you the other Hans. I need to introduce you to my homie. That's the Omnibus King. If you see his room, you'll die. Now, let me ask you: out of all those boxes there, out of everything you have in all those beautiful boxes, what is the one that you will call the gem?
Giant size X-Men number one.
That oh, that without no hesitation, folks. He
Yeah.
he did not even fucking hesitate.
That's
That's it. So, what grade would you give the one you have?
what's that?
What grade would you give the one you have?
Oh, it's raw. I bought it raw because I don't really I prefer raw books over graded.
Me
Um,
too. Oh, my homie, that's why I like you, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, baby, me too. Fuck that
I,
slab and shit.
I bought a copy of X-Men number 12, first appearance of Juggernaut, right? And it was in a slab. And the first thing I did was crack it open and read it.
Yeah, baby. Fuck it.
Yeah. Um,
Comics
so
are supposed to be read, not fucking slab.
that's right. That's right. I got a couple slabs for display that I bought in collections and stuff, but like most of them I have copies of.
Only if you have a double.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, the it's probably like a 5.0, mid-grade
Okay.
5.5. I mean,
Now
it's
where
complete.
did you find that? Talk to me. Tell me that story. How did you find that, baby?
Somebody was selling one on a Facebook group and one of the comic book groups, and he was new to the group, and everyone took him at like thought it was a scam, right? Because a lot of
Okay.
people, because if someone pops up and they're new to a
Huh.
group and they try to sell a big book, everyone's always like, "Come on!" Like it's skeptical,
With
right?
that New York shit, like, yo, I don't trust your ass. Get the
Yeah,
fuck out of
yeah. Yeah, and then,
here, son.
and especially when he was like asking a reasonable price for it too. Like I honestly like very, very, I mean, less than reasonable. I mean, very inexpensive
What a
considering
reasonable.
for the book. And I'm like, so everyone's very skeptical. And I'm like, I hit him up and I'm like, hey, you got that? And I am asking him questions. I'm trying to like vet him and find answers. And
Yeah.
because he had this weird thing too, because he's like, I'm in Michigan, but it's at my mom's house in Arizona, and she's going to send it. So I'm like, this sounds shady, but
Yeah, that's
like,
shitty as fuck, bro.
but, but, I, but I really like vetted him and asked him some questions to make sure like it was legit. And,
My man was
and
like, are you a man of God? And you
yeah, yeah.
know?
So, but
Good work.
I ended up buying it from him, and it worked
And you
out.
got it.
He got it. It was a deal. I mean, it was not cheap, but it was worth it.
Yeah, well, you got it. I understand by having gems. Mine is, always going to be the first appearance of White Tiger because I'm Puerto Rican and not,
Nice.
our first appearance. So I got That Deadly Hands of Kung Fu right there. Got his first color appearance. He's also going to be in the new Daredevil show that's
I saw
coming up.
that. Yeah, that looks
And,
dope.
and what's even crazier is that the actor that portrays White Tiger passed away in December of
Oh,
cancer.
really?
Of last year. How
God damn.
crazy is that? So
If
yeah,
you
so
if you play any character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you are a color and then a cat, you're gonna die of cancer. It turns out, because look at Black Panther, dead from cancer. White Tiger, dead from cancer. You
and you
better.
know what's crazy? Like in the Marvel mythos, they try to say because again, that's again the mythos is for a Puerto Rican character, but with the wait, yeah, the third iteration, they did an African American White Tiger, Casper Cole, and they tried to insinuate that the White Tiger mantle was secondary to the Black Panther mantle.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, that's crazy. I mean, if they use it that way, that would put it fucking cool. But then after Casper Cole came Ava, the one that we know now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
And again, but that's crazy because in the original comic books, White Tiger was the first minority character to get shot and killed by cops in comics.
oh, really? Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Marvel knew what they were doing ahead of time. They knew the.
yeah. Apparently, I mean, and now we got the actual actor. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story. I hope they don't make him whack, and I hope that it's a good representation. But again, I'm
Yeah, I hope
excited.
so.
This is
The
the first
story
time.
looks dope, though. That show looks dope.
Yeah, well, for real, bro. So now, when is Kill Stan gonna be a show? What are we talking about here, bro? Are we gonna do a show? Do you need me to be an actor in it? I wear a mask and I'll be one of the
Yeah,
bad
man.
guys.
I'm waiting for Netflix to call me. Right, call my agent. First, I got to get an agent.
Yeah.
Um,
The first thing you gotta do is make sure you wear a New York hat. I think you have
that's right.
better luck. I love my homie. Well, this is the man. I mean, I love that room. That set is fire. And I love this book. Kill Stan, folks. Again, I'm sharing that link. Please sign up now. Going live. We're gonna have some special treats for you. Kickstarter project Kill Stan número dos, number two, mi gente. Please show the love now. Of
Yeah,
course, as an independent creator, please show love and ask these questions to my man D IG at Inferno.earth. Deece Comedy, that's DEECE.comedy on Facebook.com and Inferno.earth. Show that love. I mean, this is an amazing creator, funny as fuck, but he also got an amazing comic book. You heard him. The books are selling out like hotcakes, baby, and it's for a
going.
reason. My man is doing some work in an independent lane, and we're all about independence. As you see that scene, when I put that comic says that's only what I want to put on the show. Folks whose journey I believe in, whose books are fucking fire, whose books I think that you need to have in your collection. So yeah, Kill Stand, definitely one of those books. So get that book one, and then when my man goes live on Monday at Lunes, January 20. What is that? Uh,
February 3rd.
February 3rd. There we go. Yeah, February 3rd, baby. Make make it rain. So how long the campaign gonna go for? What's the plan?
We're gonna do, I think, 30 days.
30
So
days. That's 4 weeks. Everybody gonna get paid. But apparently there's gonna be a weird February with a couple of extra like kind of weekends. So guess what?
okay.
You're gonna get paid 2 or 3 times. Don't be fucking around.
Yeah,
If
it's a
you
cheap
have
buy.
that money, don't play.
You can get in for as little as like $8 right now for a digital copy. But
Oh
yeah, go to
shit.
go to the link, and we got a 5 issue or 5 page teaser preview of number two. Uh, if you haven't read number one, there's a preview of number one on Kickstarter also.
You
So
hear this? It's right there. Stop playing games, mi gente. If you say you support independent comics, then there we go, baby. It's
there you
right
go.
there. So the love, all right? D, thank you again for your time. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming again and keep coming back. I mean, keep telling people and preaching the gospel about Kill Stan because this is a dope book. This
You got
independent comics at its best, baby. I love
you.
it.
Thank you.
So before we go, anything that people need to be aware of, whether it's on the comedy circuit or the comic book circuit that we need to check out, check you out at, what's going on?
I still am running a deal on my website, deececomedy.com. You can buy my 1 hour special, Not Your Cup of Tea. You get to name your price. So you go on click the Not Your Cup of Tea link. You put in whatever price you want to pay for it, as little as $1. And then we'll send you a 1 hour, the digital download of the 1 hour special in your email. So you can do $1. It's a dick move. You'll still get it. Most people do like $5. You kick in at least $3, man. But if you want, all you got $1, send $1. You'll still get it. It doesn't matter what you put. We'll send it to you. And then, give us a follow on the IG at inferno.earth and deece.comedy. We've got to build those followings for social media because the algorithm gods, we are slaves to them. So
yes, slaves. We are. So show that love to independent comedians, independent comic book creators. Listen, my man is doing everything. He's trying to keep us entertained, folks. Let me rephrase those. Oh my God. He is doing. So he is in fact entertaining us. He got these dope books. So make sure you show that support and love, mi gente. That's what we're doing right here. So my brother D, thank you for coming back. And again, this is your home. So thank you again for hanging out with me. And mi gente, my Crusaders, I see you. Thank you for all of you for tuning in and showing that love and showing love for independent comic books and independent creators and these comedians. But D is actually mad fucking funny. So if you don't believe me, you see that name right there? Again, the show notes have all the links. Check him out. You will fucking laugh your ass off. My homie got skills, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing you in person one day to see you. I love seeing comedy shows, so you better get ready. Yeah, man. I'm gonna stay in the back that way you don't pick them.
Yeah. Now, next one on the East Coast, I'll let you know.
Yeah, please, but I'm gonna hide. After this, I was here. I was afraid of you. I don't trust you, motherfuckers. But you
no, it's all right. I don't pick on nobody in the audience.
I just fucking with you. I love you, D. And with that, mi gente, you know what it is. Hasta la próxima. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.